Hey, we are here today. We're going to talk about why you don't want to move to Idaho Falls.
That's right.
The cons.
The
cons.
cons. What do you got, Chad?
Well, one of the things that I do not enjoy the most probably is the wind. It is a pretty windy town.
Really windy.
You know, I try to pretend it's not sometimes, but when it's 20 below in January and February, that's the worst.
When you have
And
hair like
the
mine, same thing.
The spring and the fall, it kind of blows in and blows out.
Yeah.
I don't like the wind.
Yeah.
But most days
with
it's
that.
windy.
There's
Even
at
when
least
it's
a
warm,
breeze.
There's a little bit
There's
of wind.
always a little.
Sometimes
bit
a
of
little breeze is nice, but
Yeah.
I don't like the wind. With the
Yeah.
windy days,
Yeah.
I don't enjoy
And
it.
it does feel colder when it's windy.
Speaking of that, that's
Yep.
my number two.
It's-
I mean,
it
if
gets
you,
cold.
it is cold. I think people come here and they're like realizing, oh, I like winters, but I mean, it's pretty much from November through
May.
you know, at least until April.
Yeah.
Where we usually, the snow falls and it stays.
Yeah.
People think we're like Boise. We are not like Boise. We do
Yeah.
not have the
Boise-
same
Boise is much
climate
milder.
Our
as
altitude is much higher.
much
yeah.
higher. We are. You definitely like people are always like, when is it going to stop snowing? Well, you can count on snow through May. That there's going to be some kind of snow
Typically,
and cold.
Boise's about always 10 degrees warmer than us.
Warmer.
Yeah.
Let's talk about diversity.
Yeah.
That's kind of a con if you love diversity and you want to get out and meet new people from different walks of life. We're pretty closed here because founded by Mormons in the early 1800s, right? And settled here, and it stayed Mormon, and the major population is that religion.
Yeah.
And so if your values are different than Mormon values, you may have a problem assimilating because it's dominantly Mormons.
It's integrated.
Integrated
It
in
is one of
culture
those. Yeah.
and community.
Yep.
And it's good to understand
Yeah.
coming in, hey, what do they believe? What may differ from what I believe? Because we want you here and we want to be part of it as well, and there is a big Mormon base.
Well, I think that leads also to sometimes it is a very conservative.
Yeah.
And that stems off that it's a very conservative community. And you may say, hey, I'm conservative, maybe politically. And then people, I think, get here and go, I didn't know I was this.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was this
in our
conservative.
pro video, we had conservative as one of the pros because
Right.
a lot of people like it, but
Right.
sometimes it can be too conservative
Yeah.
for some people because if you are trying to pass a school bond, if you're
Right.
trying to get a water park here,
True.
I mean, those things like that.
Or
mean,
when
it's-
anyone says, hey, we should not do that, they're like, don't tell me what to do.
yeah.
It's not the
very
role of the
conservative.
government
Right.
to come in and take that. Let's have
Right.
private do it.
Yeah, you'll find there isn't as many government amenities
Yeah.
and government involvement because we are so conservative and very freedom-based
Yeah.
and very non-regulatory based.
So
Depends
yeah,
on the
we-
person, pro or con.
Right.
But there are also a lot. I mean, people do a government and a private, and they
Yeah.
work together.
Yes.
We would love to get more projects like that, and we have great leadership around the area in government that are very open to that. Right?
I think that is a pro, but some people don't realize that the government very much will defer to the private sector.
True,
And some
yeah.
people feel that's a con because they're like, well, why doesn't the government? Well, we won't raise taxes. It is
right.
very hard. You're going to have a hard time getting elected if you raise taxes.
That's right.
For
Yep.
anything almost.
Yeah.
Even in road improvement and those kind of things, they don't like it. So yeah,